Drawing is online. Shall we begin, Vinita? Vikram sir, namaskar.
Yeah, namaskar, sir. Namaskar, everyone.
Yes, sir. Shall we, Vinita, shall we begin? Pradeep ji, are you available?
Yes, sir, please. Yes, sir,
Yeah.
please proceed.
Yeah, good afternoon to Dr. Vikram Kumar Sharma ji and respected Pradeep Roy, President of ILA, and Dharam ji, General Secretary of ILA, and my dear colleague Kattimani, Senior Vice President, and esteemed members of Indian Library Association, distinguished library professionals, and all participants joining us today from across the country. Today we have a webinar on AI topic. Before starting, I would like to request the Pradeep ji to say a few words. Then afterwards, we'll begin the program. Pradeep ji, are you available? Since it's a
Yes. Good afternoon to all distinguished participants, respected guest Dr. Vikram Sharma ji, and dear colleagues from ILA. On behalf of Indian Library Association, it is my great pleasure as a president of the association to warmly welcome one of my friend, Dr. Vikram Sharma ji, esteemed speaker of today's webinar. And we are truly honored, dear Vikramji, to have you with us to share your valuable knowledge, experience, and insights on the important topic. And your presence will really enrich the understanding of all LIS professionals as well as the participants and inspire your meaningful discussions among each other. I also extend a cordial welcome to all attendees, whomsoever is here with the YouTube live or in this panel to join this webinar from the various institutions and places of the country. And I hope today's session will be highly informative and beneficial for all of us. And I am really thankful to Dr. Prasad and Vinita and her team for organizing such kind of programs and helping the LIS professionals as well as, and we are fortunate enough to interact our old friends and the senior professional colleagues like Dr. Vikram Sharma. With these words, I once again welcome Dr. Vikram Sharma, the speaker. I wish the webinar may be the great success and helpful in designing the next webinars also. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Pradeep ji. Thank you. On behalf of ILA, it gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all to today's national webinar on the theme, the essence of library and information services in the AI era, challenges and opportunities. We are living in a transformative period where artificial intelligence is rapidly reshaping the way of information is created, organized, accessed, and disseminated. Libraries all over the world are adapting to these technological advancements while continuing to uphold their core mission of providing equitable access to knowledge and supporting learning, teaching, and research. Today's webinar aims to provide an insightful platform to discuss the evolving role of libraries in the AI era, the emerging opportunities for innovation, and the challenges faced by information professionals in interacting and integrating AI-driven technologies into library services. We are privileged to have with us an eminent library professional and distinguished academic leader, Dr. Vikram Kumar Sharma, presently serving as the University Librarian at Central University of Himachal Pradesh. Dr. Sharma has more than 31 years of rich and professional experience in the field of library and information science. He's done his graduation from Zoology, University of Delhi. He earned a gold medal in both bachelor's and master's degree in library and information science. and later he completed his PhD in the Library and Information Science. During his illustrious career, Dr. Sharma has served several reputed institutions, including Assam University and Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, besides contributing to organizations such as the Ministry of Home Affairs and the current Center of Development of Telematics. One of the most notable phases of his career was his long association with the US government's USIS, United States of Information System, the American Library, everyone known it is located in Barakamba Road, the American Library, New Delhi, where he served for nearly 15 years in various capacities, including Deputy Director and System Administrator for American Libraries in India. In recognition of his outstanding services, he received several prestigious honors, including 18 US Government Service Awards and Meritorious Honor Award in 2010. He is also the recipient of the Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund Award for Excellence in Higher Education Pursuits and participated in the US Department of State sponsored Foreign Service National Exchange Program at the Foreign Service Institute, Washington, D.C. Dr. Sharma's areas of expertise include reference and research services, outreach activities, library management, and technology-enabled user services. Under his leadership, institutions have successfully implemented ISO 9001-2015 certification processes and modern digital library initiatives. At the Central University of Himachal Pradesh, he has played a pivotal role in establishing renovated library spaces and academic intelligence experience digital libraries across campuses. He has also contributed extensively to various national and international seminars, conferences, and workshops, enriching the profession with his scholarly insights and administrative expertise. We are indeed honored to have such a distinguished professional among us today, and I am confident that his thoughts and experiences will greatly benefit all our participants. Without taking much of your valuable time, sir, I now request Dr. Vikram Kumar Sharma to kindly deliver his keynote address. Thank you, Vikram Sharma ji. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining us. And if you have any doubts and questions, you please drop in chat box, because we are connected through YouTube. So you can drop your messages in the YouTube. Then we can pick it up and drop to Vikram Sharma ji. He will clear everything, right? Vikram Sharma ji, myself, Dr. Y.S. Prasad. I am supposed to introduce much before. I am working as the University Librarian at the University of Hyderabad. And many of my friends working in Library of Congress, Nagender, Tilak, Venkatramana, so many of colleagues, and another lady who was retired long back, all were known me. You include yourself. I know about you very well, but I could not meet you, sir. It's pleasant to meet you on this occasion. Thank you, Sharmaji, and take over now.
Thank you so much, Dr. Prashad, for a very nice, brief little intro. Indeed, it's a pleasure, and thanks to Dr. Pradeep Rai. He has been my senior and mentor at Delhi University during my those university days. And thank you to team ILA, Dr. Vinita, and all. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to share my experiences, and it will be sort of a, both way presentation, not sort of I like to make it more interesting, So thank you so much for giving the opportunity. Is my first screen slide landing available? Can anyone confirm? Is visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So, dear friends and colleagues, I'll be sharing some of the experiences, which I have learned, and I'm still in the learning phase as of now. So, because technology is something which is there, but before, I delve into a lot of experiences and other details, my presentation would be, surrounding around these 5 tenets and facets of library information services, that essentially the profession of librarianship is a noble profession which essentially revolves around service organization, the sense that we are serving the organization, and it's a customer-centric driven approach that is at the basic one. And second essential part, which involves knowledge curation, organization, and management, is very much essential, the essence of the library information science. And the third one, I already said, these days, customer and user, they are more important than anything. We have seen how the things have taken place over the last few decades, and it is the customer is the king. The fourth tenet would be that library information science field is now very fluid and very dynamic in nature. So in this section, we'll be discussing how the 5 laws of our founding father, they are more relevant and they are ever guiding principles. And the last but not least, that is the most important these days in the era of AI, that ethics in this technology is another important tenets which we would be discussing. So first part will start from the reverse, that these days technology is something which has really taken ways leap and bound. We have seen how the application of ICT tools and all other thing is now making our life easy. These days, we cannot think our life without the technology applications. Like we have everything in the phone, all thing you can life make easy. And the tremendous change which we saw was the phase of the COVID era, where we somehow we were not able to meet physically. There were challenges and all, but it is a technology which has taken leap and bound during those era. And it was that era when all these webinars and onlines, of course, they were very common, but everybody hopped onto the technology bus. So, and now these days we are hearing the buzzword artificial intelligence, AI, everywhere it is. You take any conference, any program, any seminar, each and every concept revolves around artificial intelligence. But dear friends and colleagues, this is a challenge for us also, and it is an opportunity also. And as we are basically as a librarian, we are in the field of academics and research, be it school level or institution level or a university level. AI is a challenge as of now, and somehow it is a tool which has two pronged approach. It is making our life easy also, but at the same time it is making us redundant as well. In a university system where we have research writing taking place, and all those plagiarism and ethics and similarity is there, AI is a tool which has made life easy also, but it has made life difficult also. We have seen that how recently AICTE is offering free access to ChatGPT and all those Gemini tools to its academic institutions. But essentially, if we take a visualization of AI applications, especially when we see it revolves around academic libraries, it revolves around big data, robotics, machine learning, and libraries. They are essential. One of the key aspects which we as a profession are supposed to imbibe. But dear friends and colleagues, the basic application of tenets of AI, they are already imbibed in the profession of library and information science decades and decades ago. Only thing is that another dimension has been added. The very first, if we see the chatbots, and in the next is natural language processing. I think technology and AI is making life easy for a librarian, and this is no best time that when we hopped onto Y2K bus and then we took the bus during the technology era, especially for COVID, and now AI is one thing. So this as a tool is there, but essentially the dynamics of AI visualization, this graphics clearly reveals that all the tenets, be it or information services or IoT, they all are information services. So some of the ML, neural networks, NLPs, and robots, they are very imbibed into all.
सर वॉइस ब्रेक हो रहा है.
Yes, voice नहीं आ रही है एक बार तो.
How we basically involves that the information which we are going to get through the systems is really precise or not, and the context is most important. I'll share the outcome of one of my scholar who is researching. If we give them any task, within 10 minutes they are able to come up with a basic backgrounder. But somehow understanding the context, whether this particular research work is written by machines or a human intervention, there are challenges. There are, of course, tools available nowadays which we can, there are tools which can humanize the things also. but in the profession of academics and research, AI is a big sort of challenge, as well as is a thing which different universities across the world, they are formulating their policies for AI application and academics. But believe me, as of now, we are in the very nascent stage. And when we, especially in the higher education domain, we see the context of AI application is indeed is we need to see whether how they are really going to helpful or not. So, and the most important part as a library and information professionals for anything, it's as I shared that it is a dynamic field. It is going to change, and it is changing at a very fast pace. So training is
Yes.
another important challenge
Your
for a
screen,
library
excuse me, sir.
and science professional.
Screen is not shared, sir. Can you reshare again?
Yeah, just a moment.
Yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Challenges of AI.
Okay. One thing I like to mention, I am in this hilly part terrain of Himachal Pradesh, where electricity and net is a challenge. So we had, last night very heavy thunderstorms and rain. So that could be a challenge, especially for the net connectivity. So I'll request my viewers and participants, and colleagues, in case the screen goes out and all, please let me know, because internet is not that very stable comparatively because of last thunderstorms and all, and we just have BSL connectivity. So is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Coming to important aspects of benefits of artificial intelligence in library information, this could not be the best time that when AI provisioning of library and information science services. Dr. Prashad, can you confirm, is the screen visible now?
Visible, sir. Present slide is challenges of AI is showing.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Prashad. So if we go to the very basic of AI applications, library profession is something which is now totally technological driven. There are instances where especially in our university, the students taking admission in bachelor's courses and masters, they are from the technology front. So not only doing after completion of their BTech in computer science, they are enrolling in the master's and bachelor's level of library information science course in the university. So this is a trend which is now taking up,
Sir,
and
sir.
the need.
Again, the screen is disconnected. Sharing needed, sir.
Okay, I'm so sorry because of that connectivity. I'll
Yeah,
just
sometimes
see.
voice also not getting clear.
Yeah, actually, I shared that internet connectivity is a challenge as of now because of the last night thunderstorms and all. So is it now visible? Can you confirm?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Prashad?
Benefits is coming up.
Yeah, wonderful. I'm so sorry, Dr. Prashad, you will have to help me without, because somehow net connectivity is a challenge. But I like to try to make it fast so that I'm able to share what I want to say on the rest. So if we talk of the benefits of AI applications, I think that large language models is one of the most important aspect of AI, which library and information services can definitely take benefit of it. And some of the benefits of AI-powered library systems, which we as a theoretical aspect understand, that it basically reduces the operating costs, automates the manual task, improves search and retrieval processes, thereby streamlining the workflow, and personalized recommendations, offering 24/7 support and eliminating data errors. So these are the benefits of AI application in libraries, and some of the tools which I would like to share with my participants and colleagues and all. The chatbot is one which is very basic chatbot AI applications for the basic operations, whether it is day-to-day services or any other information services, especially related to the library. The other AI tools for research work, especially they could be available in the free domain or paper digest. They are paper digest, science based scholarly, and there are a lot of now AI tools also which are basically helping in the research. But somehow all these tools, whether they are for image generation or PowerPoint generation, ultimately maintaining high standards of ethics and integrity, that is a challenge for AI tools for application in research writing, especially for libraries. If we talk of example of the next slide, which talks of awareness of AI tools among library and information science professionals, we see that over the years, it has really increased, and especially in the last 1 year, if we see the basic understanding of the chatbots and chat GPT and all those AI application tools has really tremendously increased over the last 1 year. And this concept, slow-mo or FOMO, which I like to explore and share with the participants, that these concepts are part of change management, that these are both are contrasting concepts which are oftenly discussed in relation to technology, where fear of missing out, FOMO, is one aspect which basically, as a professional in any field, whether it is library information science or technology field, the anxiety and unease somehow make others to go out of the screen. And whereas slow-mo is another aspect of where more deliberate and methodical approach is there to accept the change management. But essentially, as a library and information professional, we have a choice either to accept the technology or to accept the latest dynamics of AI, or simply taking time to understand and its implications. So I think FOMO is something contrasting which we need to avoid, but somehow if we take the approach of slow-mo, where ultimately we are taking time to understand, we are developing our understanding of the training and programs, and we are ultimately moving ahead. And if we see this graphical dynamics of AI, which says that what are the basics of AI applications, whether it is any field, and especially in terms of library and information professional, somehow AI tools and practices and competence lies in the center, and the basic fundamentals of library information services, that is acquisition, metadata, collection management, system development, making all the resources visible to the students and the users discoverable, strengthening the information literacy, and ultimately support services and leadership. They are the essential dynamics of AI applications. And these are the issues which we need to address landscape as a librarian, that we need and implement developing policies and guiding mitigation strategies for challenges. These are the challenges which we are supposed to understand and address to survive in the digital landscape. The next important aspect which we have to understand, that the
Vikram sir, can you reshare your PPT again?
I think voice is not coming.
It seems network problem, sir. He's in Himachal Pradesh, no?
how it is affecting the provision of the library and information services.
Please share, Vikram, your PPT.
Sure. So is it visible now, Pradeep sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. So I'll be sharing now that, application of technology, whatever tools we do, we have just two choices. Technology makes our life easy, but at other times it is making life difficult also. So these are the two options and two aspect dynamics of the library information science field we'll be studying. So one of the aspect of opportunities is one thing that we have seen now, AI avatars in our day-to-day functioning. So from my participants, I'll be just asking, are they aware of any avatars recently when they watch the news media or the televisions and all? And have they anyone tried exploring making their own avatars in the AI field? So this is a question to the participants and all. What is their view, making AI avatars for library and information science professionals, especially creating their avatars? So any of the participants would like to share, what have been their experiences on AI avatars? Any guesses?
Sir, since it is connected to YouTube through, so not possible to instantly getting
Fine,
simultaneously.
sir. I'll share one of the examples of the news readers. Recently we have seen, over
Yes,
the
sir.
last almost a year, there are all digital avatars of the news readers. So one of the examples I like to take, whether it is Aaj Tak News channel or any other news channel, Z News and all, they all have their created AI avatars. And I think this is the field, this is the direction where we as a librarian, can proceed further. I believe there is one institution in Bangalore which have tried exploring creating their own avatars, and this is the time now, especially for provisioning of reference and information services. AI avatars is something which we as a librarian we need to now focus, and we need to create our own avatar. This is a trend which is we need to take. And the next other dynamics of AI applications, ChatGPT, we have seen that it is now very prominent even in basic search engines, whether it is Google or other discovery systems. ChatGPT is essential part of the systems and information retrieval processes, especially for the discovery systems in a library. These tools are already imbibed, and we have seen now that whatever the information retrieval tools, databases, statistical tools, and other platforms, AI has already been embedded and integrated. Another AI tools which we in the home are using, the Alexa and all these tools, and blockchain and IoT, they are making life easy for the academics and for each and everyone. And another important aspect of the technology of the drones, which we have seen during the last few months, especially about a year during the operation, Sindoor, we have seen that how the drone technology has made life totally different, especially in the warfare system. It has taken leap and bounds in implementing technology applications, especially in the field of drones. So this technology for delivering, resources, books, and all, drone technology is very much applicable in provisioning of library and information services, especially in the remote areas where delivery of services and resources is a challenge. And another last but not least important aspect is creating social media platform, which we already have seen. And recently we have seen that how SpaceX first astronaut launch has been tremendous successful. So I'll be sharing in the part of technology two main important systems which are very essential nowadays. One is library discovery systems. They are available. There are a lot available in the free domain also, and available from on a subscription base from paid systems also. This is the era of library discovery systems where single window discovery solutions were introduced way back in the year 2014, and we could see that JNU was the one where after introduction of library discovery single window systems, the output of the research and usage of resources grew tremendously to more than 200. So discovery system is the need of the day as a library information professor in our day-to-day. Working function of the library sources. And second most dynamic changes which have taken place, to take an example of our library information services. our own campus located in 4 places. Other campus ranges from 25 can reconnect. So was the solution where we all our servers, all our customer, everything on the cloud managed by the InfluMnet, and that basically made life easy for us. So I believe cloud is one of the important technological applications in library information service, which are reaching out to the users irrespective of their physical location or other dimensional domains. Now these are the challenges also, but now if we talk of the opportunity that technology as a tool has given us an opportunity, and this is the time that traditional librarianship somehow is taking different leaps and bounds. Reimagining, recreating innovative library spaces is the need of the day, and the concept of designing library in the ergonomical space is the need of the day. We're skipping sessions on this new education policy because of the want of the time. But now there's a trend that libraries are now taking the concept of third place, especially whether are they the academic libraries or research libraries or even the public libraries. So third place is a concept where first place is the one where we want to be on all. Phase could be our working place. We are on our own and we are not forced to. So I believe library, this is the need of the day. The concept of libraries and library information services, they are now more converging as a concept of third library space, and the concept of technological dimensions of maker space is one thing. I like to share that screenshot of my university library portal. We have where we introduce single window discovery solutions. Especially recently we have launched on the Librarians Day, we have set up an academic intelligence experience library in our main campus, and this is in the digital library concept, all AI domain applications tools, whether it is provisioning of digital services or information retrieval like Scopus and single window solutions, they all have AI integrated into their basic functioning, which results in the main landing page of our screen. I'd like to share the next screen, which talks of that we have set up an academic intelligence experience digital library on last year's Librarians Day celebration, where we have imbibed AI applications tools in research and technology. So can anyone confirm, is it going right?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. It's visible now?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Great. So I like to share this, slide where the concept of digital library is taking now next leap and bounds, where AI, the concept of digital library, graduating to an academic intelligence experience digital library or AI digital library is need of the day, which we had set up during the last Librarians Day program on 13th of August 25. The next slide, I like to share that how the physical space, we have tried to convert it to an inviting space where users are welcomed and they are there. The next screen, I'm sharing of a physical setup of I am how beautifully the library has been done. A chance to visit them during an official assignment is the need of the day. Other days where our libraries used to not changes. Another aspect of university library system is KIT Central Library Online. How beautifully they have made is more vibrant. State public libraries also is one of the examples that how beautifully this library has been done. The different floors of the library. See the reception. This is the reception, especially like a 5-star lobby, where this is the reception of a library, and the floor, especially on this in this library, is one floor dedicated to the children's section. So how beautifully they have done it. The concept of inviting space. And another example I like to share the concept of third space as Goa State Central Library. How beautifully under Ministry of Culture this library has been built up. And see, this is the landing ground, landing floor of the library. So the concept of third space is now taking place in each and every
Sir, again, excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Again, need to share the slide. Again, got disconnected.
Sure, I will.
Goa State Central Library, we have to see again.
Goa State Library, Anna Centenary now?
No, sir. Might be slow.
Okay, just a moment. Is it visible now?
Not yet, sir.
No, sir.
So, Dr. Prashad, is it visible now?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Anna Centenary Library.
So this is an example of the concept of third space, that not only the institutions which are, privately funded, the institutions funded by Government of India and Ministry of Culture, they are indeed totally different. They have evolved in the concept of third space, where we have seen that how Anna Centenary Libraries reception, they have a dedicated for children. And now this Goa State Central Library, public library, this has also been beautifully designed, keeping in the backdrop of the concept of third space. There is a new trend which has now taken, especially it started with the University of Calcutta, that the line or demarcation between the academic library and public library has faded away. This concept was very visible in the West, but in India, this started with the University of Calcutta Library, where University of Calcutta threw open its space for the community around. The basic assumption around is this that the public funded libraries, especially whether they are stately funded or centrally funded, they essentially operate from the taxpayers' money. And when these fields, when these libraries, when beyond their normal regular hours, if they are open to the community around, where community service is essentially one of the key aspects of library information services, let's throw open our doors. Let's be sort of, go away from a rigidity module and throw open our doors to the public around. Community outreach and community service is essentially a key academic aspects of academic library system nowadays. And next slide talks of a model of one of my research scholar, which basically very beautifully and clearly depicts a model for planning a modern library framework. So can anyone confirm if this screen is visible now? Depicting.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you for Dr. Prashad. Thank you for all this help, especially in the challenging internet scenario. So this is a model which, basically describes that if we are going to plan a modern library these days, these are the essential component. And this model was part of one of the PhD research of my scholar, where modern library spaces is essentially centrally in the library, and at the top is a technology center, and all the modern library spaces is divided into two concepts: internal environment and external environment. If we talk of internal environment, modern library space at the center, which has a technology playing a key important role, partnership with campus stakeholders, which talks of the concept that there is a phrase that librarians have now left the library floors. So whether it is school library or public libraries, education institutions, library and information professionals, they are no more restricted and glued to a seat. They are moving away from the walls of the library and the concept that they have left the office, and either they are reaching out to the community within the organization, or they are interacting with the society around, or in case of other partners of the community and locally and globally, they are doing a partnership skills. So this concept, which basically involves partnershiping with campus stakeholders, is another key important now, and we need to be more vibrant. We need to market our services and sell, and that this is the need of the day, that collaboration with our stakeholders, whether they are in the internal environment, from the institution or the community around. This is the need of the day. And another aspect is that those were the days that library used to be the silence zones. But now the concept of creating formal zones and informal learning spaces is the need of the day. I designed one of the university library for an institution I was working earlier, where the concept of we introduced a place also where one can play in guitar on one of the library floors with sound acoustics and all. A digital classrooms available where students and faculty could bring them to the library, and combination of lighting, temperature and all to making it a look which is so inviting. So creation of formal and informal learning space is another important aspect. Repositioning the present staff, providing them training, and essentially imbibing the concept of change management is need of the day. And the very basic foundation which I initially shared at the beginning of my presentation was that we need to create student-centering spaces and transition from collection to user base. So on the right-hand side, if we see that we need to create individual group study areas, redeveloping the concept of library space, and somehow migration from print to digital. We have seen in the system that national initiatives by Honorable Prime Minister, National Digital Library concept, we are sharing the digital resources, making things visible, and into the physical mode or the digital mode, and essentially to be an inviting and dynamic and motivational space. We have seen, one of the key leaders of the world where they have recognized the importance of library and information services, how important the books and libraries, they have played a crucial role, which they acknowledge that they all are at this senior position, all because of learnings and library. And now in talk of the last and least but not, the library need to be green, energy efficient, and sustainable initiative, especially in the present crisis, where we need to take care of Mother Earth, and in the present challenging scenarios also, where a Prime Minister has especially, focused on energy conservation techniques over the last few days. So this is a model which I like to share, and this is the need of the day, that I think this is the best time where the profession of library information science could not have been more important than the present time. And the strategies which we as a need is that we need to create modern library spaces as of now with attractive design, modern facilities, creating comfort zones. The place needs to be happening and vibrant. We need to reorganize factors like color lighting. We need to take care. Environmental sustainable initiative, energy efficient buildings is also the need of the day. And we need to portray library as a technology center. This is the need of the day, that where we can be more relevant. And I shared, we have seen now that professionals after doing BTech, MTech, they are finding value in the profession. They are finding value in the course of library and information science. So ultimately, we need to create the concept of third space. And doing all these reorganizations, believe me, we have introduced such a system that the basic founding principles of our founding father, SSR legacy, still remains at the very basic, and all the laws, his facet analysis and all, they are very relevant, and those guidelines are very much guiding us whichever era we are. So those principles are still there, they are guiding us in each and every and dynamics. Only thing is we need to change our frequencies, we need to slightly realign our roles, and ultimately deliver the services. So can anyone confirm, is this slide depicting new concepts in modern library environment is visible?
Sir, yes, sir.
Great.
New concepts in the modern library environment.
Yeah, wonderful. So I think we have a, as a profession, I think this is the best time where we cannot be more relevant than the present era. And if we realign the rules, the laws, the fundamental principles, they are very much important. They are guiding throughout our life, and we all are here because of them. So if we compare somehow all these laws, that books are for use, every reader his or her book, every book its reader, save the time, and life is a growing organism. All these guiding principles, they are very imbibed into different aspects, which I have shared on the other side. So now there is a question, whether technology will lead to human librarians getting replaced by the technological equivalents. What is the answer? If we guess our answer, somehow the fear comes from the AI, that AI is going to replace machines, AI is going to replace humans. These are the questions, but somehow AI in society stem from machines, historically replacing human labor, specifically manual labor. This is a fear we have, and our answer is that the advent of internet, world wide web, AI will become a permanent fixture in society, and this will act just as a tool, as a smart library information science professionals. We just need to board the technology bus. Now next question comes, can AI replace human intelligence? And the answer is no. AI can, as of now, can never replace human intelligence, especially in the present era when we have in the academic system, we are evaluating the documents and all. There is a thrust towards moving, but somehow replacement is not possible. Human intelligence is supreme. So coming to one of the last few slides of the presentation, that how do we tackle the present era and how do we make it more relevant? So dear my friends and colleagues, I believe this is the best time. Technology is a tool, just a tool which we are using for delivering information services, the basic foundations of library and information science, of delivering quality services, keeping in backdrop the foundations of the legacy of Professor S.R. Ranganathan and all laws. They are very important. Only thing is we need to board the technology bus, and I believe which we all had boarded during the COVID era, but this is the time to change the gear, and all essentials of all those 5 Ws, who, what, when, where, how, they are very relevant. Only thing is we need to just understand and just realign ourselves to making it more relevant. And we have seen the future now, that space journey, all these AI driven cars without human and all interventions, they are all the day. So disruptive technologies, all these technologies, they are a threat, but somehow I believe all these things can be turned into opportunities. The only thing is we need to change with the time. Change management is the need of the day, and there can be no best time than the present era, where AI as a tool, it is making our life easy, especially for summarization and all. But having a fine balance between academic writing and basic understanding is the need of the day. And Government of India is now working on some of the policies, and some of the universities, they are also working on these policies to introduce AI legally, ethically into the academic system. But those policies, I believe, they are still in process. So this is my second last slide, where it basically says that energy is neither created nor destroyed, but is transformed from one form to another. It's true for now for library information services technology applications as well, that idea is neither created nor destroyed, but it is transformed from one form to another. And we are in one of the best time of a profession where we are more relevant these days. And it truly stands for the founding father of library information science, that they are still the very guiding principle as of now, and they will be relevant, evergreen. And coming to the end of the credit acknowledgement, that all the slides and presentations and graphics which I have shared in my presentation, they are just for academic purposes only. And the images have been taken from different search engines. References have been taken from articles, select articles, and select page thesis. And I do not take any credit that this is my work. This is just for presentation, for sharing and learning for academic purpose only. And I believe these are the phases of a learning that we have to board the technology bus. We have to change. We have to essentially, rewire ourselves. And this is the best time for a profession which can be no more relevant than with the present time. And with that, I come to the next slide. With the thanks to the team ILA, my senior mentor, Professor Pradeep Rai, who whose idea that, let's share experiences. Dr. Prashad, Vinita, and team all, thank you so much for giving an opportunity. I believe it would be a learning session for all of us, for me, and as well as for my fellow professionals. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vikram Sharma, sir. It's wonderful to hear from you. And in fact, AI is a challenging task for anybody to implement, or whether to go ahead or stop. As you have your slides, many areas covered like NLP, AI chatbots, and which all areas we can use the AI for PPT presentations, Python AI library tools, and then writing tools. We can use it as it is already integrated with the Turnitin and Grammarly, some other tools. Apart from this, it is also now integrated with the multiple databases, like almost all databases like Springer Nature, EBSCO. Everyone is integrated AI tools now. So it's a somewhat still we are in a crossroads, and we have addressed many areas issues to address what all to be addressed, and AI avatars, library discovery systems, and we have shown some of the beautiful libraries: Goa State Library, Anna Centenary Library, and public libraries, and other IAM library at Jammu, Kashmir, Jammu somewhere. So it's very good to see. And another thing, we have given one slide that is a model for planning a modern library learning system. So it included all the areas which is required for the today's library. The current situation, libraries are very still following some of the old types of methodologies, whereas you again a kind of master plan to add all the new things like technological centers, modern library spaces, student-centric spaces, individual group study rooms, areas, and print to digital resources, energy efficient libraries. Many things we have covered. It's very good to hear from you. And last but not least, you recall us SRR policy, SRR's ideology that normally people forget today, and not only today, before also. So, since it's people whoever is passed out from Delhi University, they never forget SRR. That was that much I'm sure. Might be in South, we may forget many times, but Delhi University, since Mangla and JB, I know all the senior faculties. So speaking not before that also. So I'm very thankful to you, and with this, I would like to now request, sir. There are not many questions. There is one question I would like to raise. It's not. Can AI contribute to reducing the information gap? Can AI contribute? Can AI contribute to reducing the information gap between urban and rural areas? If yes, what role can a libraries play in ensuring equal access to AI-enabled information services?
Thank you, Dr. Prashad. It's a very nice and pertinent question. And we've seen, especially these days, the difference between rural and urban nowadays, the various initiatives by, whether they are local bodies or, municipal bodies, corporate, at state level and national level. MyGov India is one of the key initiatives we have seen over the years, that the information gap and delivery gap has now been, basically filled up by the technological applications. So I believe definitely AI is a great tool, and it has already filled up the gap. Now there is no difference between rural setup and all. The only thing is availability of tool and internet is one thing which has taken them leap and bounds in the present era. So it's a great tool, and it has indeed filled up the gap now.
Yes, sir. So one more question from Jyotirlinga. How can community engagement be increased? How can community engagement be increased in a modern library? What is the concept of a future-ready library?
Sure, sir. I think this is again a very good question, which I covered. I think if we talk of the West, whether there was a question whether library information professional or even librarian, are they relevant in the present era? We have seen those questions during the past decades, and are they going to survive or not? I think this is the best time, and one of the important aspects which we have seen now, that the concept was during earlier times in the libraries used to restrict their services and resources to their own internal clientele only. But the concept of when we are putting so much of money, if I talk of the budget comparison between my university, which is a pretty new university in the sense though we started in 2010, but our campus is yet under construction. The amount of budget which we are getting for research is very limited. If we compare our budget of the library and the budget to that of IITs, IIMs, ISRs, and other old West established libraries, is totally different. But then came the concept of ONS, all those initiatives, that all these things are funded by taxpayers' money. Common man's tax is going into all this. Take examples of how various initiatives like GST will they fuel. So the various initiatives like ONS and all, and now there is a need that those institutions, they have essential tasks to serve the community also. Take an example, when I was working to previous universities, if we have an expert somehow in an area domain where they can basically solve the local community problems. We have seen these things happening in the West, and in Indian scenario, this is also taking up. So we need to communicate, coordinate with community outreach, and outreach is one of the key important aspects of library information services dimensions we have seen. So I believe this is very important. Only thing is we need to open the doors, and we need to see how best we are visible. And I think it is the communities which are going to help and survive us, and it is the need of the day. And there are many public libraries in West and especially Indian scenarios. Especially I shared the example of academic system. Community outreach is now essential. The money which we are spending in the libraries has sort of great role, and it is all because of the community around. So if we add the concept of community outreach in library information services, this is one of the key important dynamics. Whether we offer them a space for reading, like I'll share the examples of higher education institutions, especially for us. Government of India has started initiative called Dr. Ambedkar Center for Excellence, where they are offering the reading space, reading material to all those sections of the society who do not have a space to visit the library, who do not have access to a range of resources for competition exams. Like one of the very vibrant examples of successful example of is Jamia Millia Islamia, where out of there these day center, more than 25 civil services aspirants they qualified and they became. Here also at university we are getting a lot of funding from Ministry of Education, and we are running a Dr. Ambedkar Excellence Center where we are inviting community. We are conducting their classes, and over the last 3 years, many have passed competition exams and they have gained great jobs. And we are giving them scholarships, also limited amount for transportation and all. So I believe this is the future of the need of the day, and this is one of the key dynamics aspect of LIS, which
Voice is not coming. Vikram's voice.
Little slow, sir. Will come. Takes time to reach.
done in Indian scenarios.
True, sir. It's true. Now the libraries are.
So is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So libraries are changing, and we need to change. And as you said, even University of Hyderabad, we have a library with exclusively for some of the people for inclusive studies. We have a remedial class. We are taking remedial classes, and we are giving a lot of orientation programs. And again, competitive examinations cell we have. So many things we are doing as a community outreach. So that's true. So we have to change, and we have to work multiple. We should do multiple activities, not like one thing only. Just issue and written books have gone now. The students also expecting multiple things. Still, we are working 24 hours. Still, it is not sufficient for us. As students have a lot of expectations now on the libraries, and multiple discussion rooms, author workshops, many things keep happening. So thank you, Vikram sir. May I now request Shubham Mashurkar to give vote of thanks, and we'll go ahead. Right? Shubham Mashurkar, are you available?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you please.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the Indian Library Association for today's The Essence of Library and Information Service in the AI Era, Challenge and Opportunities. To begin with, I convey my deepest appreciation to the honorable dignitaries present here, Dr. Pradeep Rai, President ILA, for their continued support, guidance, and motivation, which have made this webinar truly significant. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Vikram Kumar Sharma, University Librarian at Central University of Himachal Pradesh, Dharamshala, for delivering such an insightful and enriching session on the essence of library and information service in the AI era, challenges and opportunities. Your presentation has helped us gain a deeper understanding of the evolving role of library and information service in the age of artificial intelligence. The way you explain the emerging opportunity, technological advancement, and challenges faced by libraries in adapting to AI-driven environment was truly enlightening and highly relevant for all participants. We are deeply thankful for your valuable time, expertise, and for sharing such meaningful insight with us. Your session will certainly inspire researchers, academicians, librarians, information professionals to embrace innovations, strengthen digital competencies, and effectively respond to the challenge landscape of information service in the AI era. Once again, thank you, sir, for your wonderful and impactful session. I warmly acknowledge the contribution of the organizing team, Dr. Shivshankar Prasad, Dr. Vinita Jain, Mr. Vivek Tiwari, whose dedicated efforts have made the smooth organization of this event possible. I would also like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to respected ILA office bearers present with us today, Dr. Bhup Singh Verma, Dr. Sambhaji Patil. Special thanks to our coordinators, Mr. Dilip Jangel, Ms. Ruby Tagbore, for their excellent planning, technical support, and executions of today's program. Lastly, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to all participants for being an active part of today's webinar. Your enthusiastic participation and engagement truly contributed to making this session interactive, meaningful, and successful. Kindly remember to submit the feedback form within next 30 minutes to ensure the timely processing of certificates. The feedback form link is available in the comment box as well as in the YouTube description. On behalf of the Indian Library Association, I once again express my heartfelt appreciation to everyone whose support, cooperations, and contributions made this webinar and grand success. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, President Indian Library Session, my mentor, Dr. Pradeep Rai, my friend, Dr. Prashad, a great help, managing the net connectivity in hill domain areas, and Dr. Vinit and team. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity. Dhanyavad. Thank you
so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pradeep ji, and all the colleagues, Vinita, Shambhaji, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.